Professor Karligash Nugmanova, a friend in Kazakhstan, and the organizers of this event. Thank you very much for inviting me to participate uh, in presenting my views on the Constitution of Kazakhstan. Uh, the beginning of the establishment of the institution of constitutional control in Kazakhstan is associated with the introduction of 1989 of an amendment to the constitution of the Kazakh Soviet Socialist Republic that covers the establishment of the Constitutional Oversight Committee, which, however, was not created. Later, the constitutional law of the Republic, dated December 16, 1991, on state independence of the Republic of Kazakhstan, established that the Constitutional Court of the Republic of Kazakhstan is the supreme body of judicial protection of the Constitution. This body was elected by the Supreme Council of the Republic on July 2, 1992, and exercised constitutional control until October 1995. The Constitution of the Republic of Kazakhstan, adopted on August 13, 1995, at the Republican referendum, completed an important period of reforming state bodies of independent Kazakhstan, which proclaims itself as a democratic, secular, legal, and social state. The Constitutional Council consists of 7 members. The chairperson and 2 members of the council are appointed by the President of the Republic. 2 members are appointed by the Senate and the Majlis of the Parliament for a period of 6 years. Half of the members of the council are renewed every 3 years. Moreover, ex-presidents of the Republic shall be lifelong members of the Constitutional Council. On the basis of the Constitution of 1995, the Constitutional Council was formed in February 1996. The Constitution of the Republic established the powers of the Constitutional Council, which include a decision in cases of a dispute regarding the election of the President of the Republic, deputies of the Parliament, and holding a Republican referendum, consideration on compliance with the constitutional laws adopted by the Parliament prior to the President's signing international agreements of the Republic prior to the ratification, giving reports in cases provided for by paragraph 1st and 2nd of Article 47 of the Constitution. Constitutional proceedings can be instituted only at the request of the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan, the chairperson of the Senate of the Parliament, the chairperson of the Majlis of the Parliament, deputies of the Parliament, not less than 1/5 of their total number, the Prime Minister. Amendments to the Constitution of the country undergo mandatory preliminary constitutional review. They can be submitted to a Republican referendum or to the Parliament of the Republic only if the Constitutional Council gives a positive opinion. The Institute of Constitutional Control in Kazakhstan is developing step by step in response to global changes. The example of Kazakhstan's confirmed that the performance of the function of constitutional control contributes to ensuring unity and coordinated interaction. Analysts have observed the major principles and provisions of the constitutional structure of Kazakhstan in the context of the amendments introduced to the Constitution of Kazakhstan on 10th March 2017. In doing so, it provides an analysis of the fundamentals of Kazakhstan's constitutional system as well as major constitutional provisions underlying the status of the capital, the status of individual, the Kazakh-style presidency, and its parliament. Experts have provided background to Kazakhstan's constitutional development and elections. They paid particular attention to the relationship between the president, the parliament, and the government, but also expounded the influence of the president on the Constitutional Council and judicial bodies. They demonstrated major features and problems of Kazakhstan's constitutional system in order to provide an answer as to whether the recent constitutional reforms constitute a move towards the country's democratic transition. Ideological and political differences are recognized in the Republic of Kazakhstan. Creation of political parties in public offices is prohibited. Public associations are equal before the law. The illegal interference of the state in the affairs of public associations and interference of public associations into the affairs of the state Placing functions of the state onto the public association is prohibited. Creation and activity of public associations with purposes or activities aimed at changing or disrupting the constitutional system, violating the integrity of the republic, undermining national security, initiating social, racial, national, religious, class, and clan dissension, as well as creating illegal militarized groups are forbidden. On June 7, 2022, the Central Election Commission of the Republic of Kazakhstan published resolution number 47 by 506 on the results of the voting in the Republican referendum of June 5, 2022. The resolution confirmed that over 6 million citizens had cast their ballots in the nationwide referendum, with 77.18% voting in favor of adopting the proposed constitutional amendments regarding the governance of the country. The amendments became effective immediately. Separation of powers is prescribed by the Constitution of Kazakhstan. The country, as a multi-ethnic, secular, social, and unitary state, needs time to perform democracy in local administration and in local government. Multi-ethnic structure, political debates, and Soviet communist inheritance cause centralist administrative structures. Kazakhstan follows the same way with other former Soviet countries: strong state, strong administration. Russian political philosophy, which formed of a series of political traditions of statism, collectivism, paternalism, affected Kazakh administrative structure, as in old days has affected Kazakh administrative system in the same way. However, indispensable universal values that are chosen as an ideal of freedom, democracy, and the rule of law cannot be given up by Kazakhstan in any way. It can be said that Kazakh administrative structure and control mechanisms on administration have been affected by former Soviet administrative structure on a large scale. And of course, that is to be happened. Even in India, we have been affected by the constitution of the British rule. And even today, we follow many of the British rule and constitutional acts, which is favorable to the country, and it has been continued. But one thing I would like to say, the Kazakhstan constitution is one of the constitutions among the world's many countries that give equal rights to its citizens, irrespective of religious, class, or clan. Thank you very much. Большое спасибо.